everybody, Terrence Popp from Indoctrination with another episode from the Lair. And I got a lot of emails in regards to the Army stories, and you guys really love these, I guess. So I told you last time about me doing the 2-mile run or 2.5-mile run to get the letter of acceptance to get into the Ranger Battalion. But before you can actually get into the Ranger Battalion, back in the day, in '88, you had to go through R.I.P, which doesn't mean rest in peace. It meant Ranger Indoctrination Program. And then that was run right alongside R.I.P, which was basically for non-commissioned officers who were returning to the regiment, or anyone coming from the 82nd. Back in the day, the whole Ranger thing, they like to get their people right out of basic and AIT, all right? They like to keep their NCOs in-house. So to break into that community was very, very difficult. Basically, we had bad habits, or whatever they wanted to justify it as, which is fine. That's their business. But, I've gone through too much fucking bullshit. I've taken too much flack. I pissed off a lot of fucking people. So there's no fucking way I was going to go down there to rip and fail. Okay, now I'm going to go through some of the stuff that you had to do back then. First one was just 8 pull-ups. You had to do 75% in every event on the PT test. In the 17 to 21, 22 age bracket, which is like stupid fast back in the day. You had to do a combat swim. They gave you classes on land nav and stuff like that, though that wasn't a go or no-go kind of thing. We did 5 airborne jumps, all combat equipment, 3-day, 2-night. I don't know, I put a lot of emphasis on G2, which basically is you get the intel of what's going on. Don't ever go to anything cold. Always find out what the fuck happened there or what's going on so you know what to expect. Well, my roommate, he came from the Ranger Regiment. He got a TBI, a close hit injury from a bad parachute jump. He hit his grape, and they were keeping him in the Army until he could ETS or whatever, maybe waiting for him to recover. But back then they treated the whole TBI thing completely different. He gave me a couple pointers and basically said, don't fucking sleep in your underwear, sleep in your goddamn uniform, full uniform, and make sure your boots are ready to go. And I asked him why. He said, well, you're in the old World War II barracks right there above the airfield, and they don't give a fuck about that place, so they like to wake people up with grenade simulators and artillery simulators at night. And they're fucking absolutely ruthless. They're fucking turbo dicks. And just do exactly what you're told. Show up with the equipment that you need, because they're not going to cut you out of fucking rope of slack. They will fucking kick you out for nothing. Especially you come from the 9th Infantry Division, you're a leg in their eyes, and they're going to hate your fucking guts. So I'm like, okay, great, that's awesome. And then I found out another thing that made me doubly hated was the fact that I was in E4. I turned down my sergeant stripes in the 9th Infantry Division just so I can go to the Rangers. So that means when I show up there, I'm going to jump in front of everyone for a slot for Ranger School. The E2s, E1s, the E3s. If they've been there a year and a half, so fucking what, I'm an E4. I jump in front of everyone. So I knew going in that it was going to be a hard sell, and they're going to fuck with me. Okay, got it. All right, so, I show up there. I bring my normal equipment. They have a shakedown in the beginning. And, even though my equipment is exactly like everyone else's equipment, they are like throwing my shit all over the place and telling me it's all fucked up and blah, 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 which it wasn't. They're just fucking with me, and I knew it. So I picked up my shit. We went in the barracks. We did our deal. The whole thing about being a Ranger, especially when you're enlisted and you're, a junior enlisted, it's not so much... the brains of that operation. You basically got to get indocked into being able to physically hang, all right, and, do the bullshit that they want you to. Now, part of that is you have to do a 5-mile run in 40 minutes or less. Okay, now, I think I was like 20 at the time. So I was a little older I was like 2 years older than everyone, because almost everyone in my class was 18 and a half. I was one of the E4s. There's another E4 there named Nance. He came from Korea. He was such a fucking shit-talking, stubborn fuck. And, whatever happened to him, I'll get to that at the end. Okay, so we get there. They PT the shit out of you. I mean, it's absolutely fucking ruthless. And like the first few days, you're going through the SOPs, the markings per company, and combat orders, and you're going through raid, ambush, recon, react to near, far, and I mean, it's all the SOP stuff, which means standard operating procedure stuff, which you're supposed to know. Okay, so the first day was okay. The second day, or the second night, I'm sleeping in full BDUs. I am laying under the sheets, boots ready to go. And I'm 2 guys from the door, and I hear the grenade simulator hit the wall locker, and then land on the floor, and it's maybe 10 feet away from me. So I just kind of do this, and boom! The whole barrack shakes. There is no glass windows left. They've all been blown out long before I got there. I get done, I put on my boots, and, they're like, form up out front. And I'm like, okay. So, I got my boots tied. I'm in full BDUs. There's like 3 other guys, which are basically in full uniform. And everyone else was basically a hodgepodge of uniforms, to include, underwear, and there were 2 guys showed up naked. And it was not going to go well for them, because, they wouldn't even let them get dressed. They let them have their boots, and that's it. Like, you fucking come out how you are. I mean, they were not kidding around. So, we go out there, right face, double time. We run out to this fucking big wood chip fucking torture session place. And it was about 10:30 at night. And we did PT, calisthenics and grass drills, on your belly, on your back, get up, get out, get up, It went on for like 4 fucking hours. 4 fucking hours. Now, those dudes who were naked were all fucked up by the red ants that are down there. I mean, they're just getting fucking ate the fuck up. Do they fucking care? No! Fuck you guys. So, and they would always, like, every night they would fucking come out, and they want 8 to 5 people to quit. And they'd literally be like, we're not stopping until 3 more people quit. And that would go on for like 4 hours a fucking night. Sometimes fucking even more if nobody would quit. Because we started off with like 121, 125 guys in my particular R.I.P class. Now, the R.I.P used to be run at the battalion level before the regiment was, brought into being in like the mid 80s. And so this program was not actually that old. I was maybe the second year was in operation. And I mean, my heart goes out to anyone who went to R.I.P when they were in, just when the battalions ran, because it was no supervision. It had to be even more brutal. I mean, and I understand to a certain degree, you got to make it tough, because you don't want everyone to fucking be in there, If somebody quits or doesn't make the standard, they fucking die. And people around you would probably die too. I'm drinking water, not booze. All right, so that night we had like 8 people quit. The second night, I don't know if these people don't learn from the first night. I don't get it. The second night I go out there, I'm full uniform, boots ready to go. There's like 4 or 5 other guys that are now in full uniform, because they learned from the power curve. And there's still fucking naked people coming out. What the fuck is wrong with you people? I mean, goddamn. You want to talk about stupid? But this was absolutely fucking hilarious. All right, even though it was fucking sadistic, but they fucking march us out to the road, going down to the airfield, and we got to do the fucking leapfrog over the guys in front of you, and we're on one side of the road, and there's like 100 fucking people, and you're in the back, you leapfrog over everybody, blah, blah, blah. And 4 or 5 of these dudes are fucking completely naked. So literally, you bend over, and the guy's jumping over your back. You can feel his nutsack, like, rubbing on the back of your head. You're like, God damn it. What are you going to do? And, like, people are driving up and down the hill, beeping horns. Dudes are fucking naked as fuck. They don't fucking care. All right, if they don't care, I don't care. Fine, you whatever. So, they do that. And then they start off at the end of the week. You do your first 4-mile road march. You got to do an hour or less. Okay. And we're all lined up on the road, and, you're doing your deal. Now, these are all new guys right out of basic and AIT. They don't know how to fucking road march. And they always put me in the back on one side of the road and Corporal Nance on the other, because in the back, you get punished because you're always fucking running, right? I knew it up front. I'm like, okay, these are new guys. I'm running. All right, this Corporal Nance is over there fucking yelling these guys to fucking get in a pace. And I'm like, dude, fuck you. They're going to just go, man. You better be ready to run. So we did that. There's 2 4-mile road marches, 1 hour or less. I made those. People are getting caught all the time. It's just getting whittled down and whittled down. All right, and you do a 6-mile, and you got an hour and a half to do it in. And this is above and beyond PT. You're doing PT in the morning, and then they always do the road marches, usually in the heat of the fucking day, because that's like a good time to do it, I guess. Fuck it. So finally, we get to the 8-mile road march, and we road march out to this one range, right? And I know in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, I've gone through all my water. I'm looking around. All right, we're at the 8-mile part. I did my pace. I know I'm at 8 miles, and I'm looking around. I don't see any water. I know without water, they're not going to walk us back fucking 8 more miles to the barracks. This is not going to happen. All right, I've been in the Army about 2.5 years by now, so I'm kind of familiar with what they can and what they cannot do. So, we sit down, we rest for 5 minutes, then they fucking, they get up, all right, tighten up your boots, put your packs on, we're marching back. And I know we're not fucking marching back. So we start marching back, and I think 6 or 8 guys fucking quit. And they walk us around a bend, and they're the fucking cattle cars to get in. And I'm like, God damn it. You guys are fucking idiots. Go back to the barracks, do our fucking deal. All right, and then the 5-mile run. Now, this is probably where I came the closest to actually falling out of it. And the way they ran it was this. We get in, formation. We start double timing. And they literally had a new guy about every mile and a mile and a half. So one guy would call cadence and run us at like fucking full speed, and he would tag off, and another fresh ranger would run us another mile, and he'd tag off, and it went like that for 5 fucking miles. 5 fucking miles. I think we ran it like 36 minutes. That is fucking flying. We lost an assload of people on that right there. And I was close. I was like 5 feet from the end. I'm like, and I made it. Fuck. But that was a bad one. And then, fuck, dude. And then the final road march is a 12-mile. You have to do that in 3 hours or less, right? So it's the same fucking bullshit. I'm on one side of the road. Nance is on the other side of the road. We're like 2 or 3 days from the end. And I look over at him and I go, dude, I hope you're prepared. We're going to run this entire motherfucking 12 miles. And again, he's with, no, they'll settle into a rhythm. I'm like, all right, fuck you, guy. And, it's the accordion effect in the back. You fall way back, then you run, and you fall back. So you're running the whole time. Well, Nance didn't make it. He fell out somewhere between 8 and 10 miles. They fucking put him there off the legal end. He went. Fuck him, he's an idiot. Didn't listen to me. Let's see. We covered the midnight smoke session. Yeah, grenade sim. Oh, fuck, this is a good one. All right, we lost some people when we do the airborne operation. All right. And, I don't know, it was spring in Georgia, 88-ish, and the weather's kind of freaky down there. It could be storming, raining cats and dogs, and 45 minutes later be, clear and good to go. So we did our first 2 jumps, day jumps, full gear, not a big deal. They're fucking with everyone. So we're on our 3rd day jump. We're on the tarmac at Hunter Army Airfield. And I'm looking up there, and the sky is green. It is fucking green. I don't see no sun. It looks like it's going to be a fucking tornado. So we're all looking up at this, and literally you can see the funnel cloud doing its deal, thinking about it's going to come down or not, And there's lightning, and it's raining, and they're like, get to the fucking birds. We're running. A couple guys say, fuck this. I'm not doing it. They quit. So we go into the bird, and I'm kind of apprehensive. I'm like, dude. And I'm talking to the guy next to me. I don't remember his name. He was a musician. He was hilarious. And I'm like, dude, did you see the funnel cloud? Did anybody else see the funnel cloud here? I'm like, who did this risk assessment? This is fucking bad. And I'm a little disheartened. And the guy to me acts like he's smoking a bong, and he's like, I'll jump the lightning. And I laugh my fucking ass off. So sure as shit, we get in the bird, it takes off, they race track us around, I don't know, for 2 fucking hours. I mean, god damn. Standing up there for fucking, race track. Oh, fuck. They wouldn't let us sit down, nothing. Stood in that fucking C-130, 2 fucking hours. They opened the fucking door. They're like, fucking 30 seconds, go! And the light turned green, and we just ran out the fucking door. God forbid. I mean, it just was insane. That was probably the worst one. And then the next 2 were night jumps, full combat equipment. And the last jump, it was night, and they had the drop zone marked. They had these 55-gallon drums with fires in them, and there was 3 or 4 of them up the drop zone. And the airborne students at Fort Benning jump on this all the time. And I got 9 jumps in now. This is my 10th one. It's not a big deal. Boom, we do our deal. Chute opens. I'm catching a little wind. I'm like, okay, I do a slip. I'm still I'm going right for the fucking fire. So I'm like, okay, 2 riser slip. I'm like, oh, okay, and holy fuck. So literally, I land next to the fire barrel. My head hits the barrel, knocks it over. Sparks are going everywhere, and I have an R.I.P right there. Motherfucker! Don't let the chute burn up! So I'm jumping up, grabbing it. Fuck, dude. I put it in the bag, and they fucking yell at me for landing close to the fire. And I'm like, they want some kind of excuse, and I had no excuse. I'm not going to sit there and go, well, it's a crash 10 Charlie, and it's not really that maneuverable, and the wind was taking me there, and I did everything. They didn't want to hear that. I just said, fuck it. And they smoked me. Big deal. Now, the whole time I'm fucking going through this whole goddamn fucking program, all I hear is RIs telling me, we don't fucking want you. You're a piece of shit. You're a leg. You have nothing but bad habits. You have nothing to fucking bring. And they wanted to try to they wanted me to quit. And they went to the limit to try to get me to quit, and it's not going to happen. I have no quit in me. So, I'm like a day before graduation, or, the next day is nothing but orders. You just wait around and you get your orders, like what battalion you're going to. I already knew I was going to 2nd Bat, so it wasn't a big deal. And, this fucking one sergeant, he just got reduced from E6 to E5 for fucking manhandling some dude on a couple classes before me. And he's yelling at us. He's fucking yelling at me, and I'm at parade rest, which is your hands behind your back, and I just take my eyes off him for a second. I'm not, I just look over here. He fucking punches me in the face. Motherfucker punches me in the face at parade rest. What are you gonna fucking do? I mean, I can't do anything. I can't fight him because I'll get kicked out. I can't lodge a complaint because if I do, then some of the other cadre will fucking drum up some bullshit and they'll kick me the fuck out. So I had to shut my fucking mouth. I said, fine. Next day, we did PT. They told me I'm going to 2nd Bat. I packed up my shit and I fucking left. All right, so, we're going to fast forward this a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to use this one sergeant's name. I don't think he's in the regiment anymore. I think he's retired by now. But literally, this is years later. I mean, it's like 4 years later. This was in 88. This is in 92 when it happened. I was at Fort Bragg going through the Special Forces Q course. And, we're doing the classroom for the first month. And they just say, all right, go get chow. So I walk across the street. There's a Burger King. And I'm in there. And I look around. And sitting at the table with 2 captains and a major is that fucking sergeant who's now a staff sergeant. He earned his stripe back, right? And I'm like, that motherfucker. So I walk up to the table, and I kind of bump into it like a dick. And all these officers look at me, and I'm like, this is NCO business. This is none of your business. I grab this dude's fucking soda, and I push it over on his lap. And I'm like, you and me out front right now, I'm going to fucking kick your goddamn ass, you piece of shit. And all these officers are like, they're trying to make smooth everything. What's going on? I'm like, this is fucking NCO business. That fat motherfucker right there punched me in the face when I was on R.I.P at parade rest. And he's like all flustered, and I fucking turn around to everyone in the fucking, I go, this sergeant here punched me in the face when I was at parade fucking rest. I'm challenging him to a fucking fight, and he won't come out and fight me. So I'm like, you're a fucking coward, you fucking piece of shit. I'm gonna be waiting for you right out front, motherfucker. So I walk out there. I'm out there 10 minutes. He ain't coming out. He wasn't even gonna try to go to the other exit because I was gonna run his ass down. And the MPs show up. Now, these aren't like the NPs, that are today who will just fucking cuff you and stuff you and fuck you up. These are MPs that worked on Fort Bragg. So they're used to dealing with like a division worth of people who, are trained with guns, don't mind dying, and like to fucking drink. So they have quite the tolerance level there. So this one staff sergeant, he gets out of the car, and there's like 2 or 3 other MPs with me. He's like, hey, Sergeant, what's going on here? I just got a call, like, you're threatening to kill somebody in there? I'm like, no. I'm threatening to beat his fucking ass. And if he fucking dies, well, that's his fucking business. He's like, oh, I see. What happened? And I told him the deal, punch me in the face, parade rest, and I want to fucking stomp his fucking guts out his asshole. And he's like, well, you can't, it's daylight, and you got a lot of witnesses, and, I'm just going to say, hey, look, I'm going to put you in the car. I'm going to drive you 2 blocks away, and I'm going to kick you out at your classroom, and this never fucking happened. So, bad Popp is like, yeah, kick his ass. Evil Popp is like, fucking kick his ass. I'll kill him. And good Popp is like, okay. I got in the car, drove me 2 blocks up the road, let me out, went to class, and that was almost the end of it. Halfway, like an hour and a half later, it's like, I'd say 2:30. The Sergeant Major comes in. Like, Popp, come here. Pulls me outside. What the fuck happened at Burger King? I told him the deal. I was in R.I.P. The guy punched me in the face. I challenged you to a fight. You want to come out and fight me? Fuck him. He's going, oh, what? He fucking punched you in the face? I'm like, yeah. What you doing here in Bragg? I'm like, he's going to Halo School. Not anymore, he ain't. So the Sergeant Major went over there, fucking talked to people at Halo School. This guy's a fucking piece of shit. Washed him out. Career over, I believe. I don't know what happened to him after that. He should have just came out and took the ass whipping. Anyway, this is Terrence Popp. Hope you like the story. Take it easy.